So this girl claims that she's been essayed and it's going all over the internet. It's very viral. And we're going to talk about it in this video. So let's get into it. This girl has been crashing out all over social media. Basically, the situation that's happened is that she is a Doordash, well, was a Doordash driver. And she delivered to one of the customers. Now, I need to put this context and I need you to remember this for the rest of the video. When she was given the instructions to deliver the food, in the instructions it was said, leave the food at the door and go on your way. So she was told to leave the food at the door. This woman then goes and drops off the food. She drops off the food and the door is slightly open. What she then does is, for some reason, pushes the door open slightly to find the customer laid on his couch with his private part out, and he's just there. Now, the girl then bugged out and she recorded him and she posted on social media saying that she was sexually assaulted and stuff like that. Now, there's a lot of war on social media because some people are saying that, oh, well, it is kind of weird, which it is, but there's a strong majority of people saying that it's not actually SA and this woman is just crazy.
That's fucked up. Hey guys, so Doordash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account. I was working. I was literally working and they deactivated me. This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while door dashing. They just fired me and the police are doing nothing. I lost my job and that was my only way to make money to pay my bills. 3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just letting you know right now my account is going to be banned. So I'm going to try to word this as chill as possible to avoid getting this video striked. So on October 12th, 2025, the DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open, their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me. I got this on video, and I'm not even going to be posting the video clip anymore because I'm pretty sure that's what's getting me the strikes. But yeah, I reported it to DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer. And then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me, which doesn't seem unrelated. I appealed and they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10 business days. They didn't even provide me a reason for my deactivation. They're supposed to send an email. They didn't. So I contacted support and they told me to continue with my appeal without knowing a reason why. There's an option to select, don't know why I was deactivated, and then you still have to explain yourself. So I did. And within 12 hours afterward, they had already denied my appeal. So I'm really never getting my DoorDash account back. DoorDash deactivated me. DoorDash punished me for exposing my assaulter. And TikTok is currently punishing me for exposing my story time. And this is the only justice I'm getting because I also reported this to the police and the police are doing nothing.
The DoorDash girl deserves more sympathy. Look, I get it, all right? It wasn't sexual assault. She wasn't touched. She wasn't grabbed in any type of way. I get that. And trust me, I'll be the first one to call out any scumbag who tries to over-exaggerate a situation saying that they got sexually assaulted or raped when in actuality, they did it. I hate that a lot of people in society don't actually know the difference between sexual assault and something weird or whatever it is. And they like to dramatize these kind of events in their lives, which makes the situations where people are actually telling the truth less likely to be believed because these people want a story to tell about their lives. And for some reason, they just think, let me lie about rape or let me lie about sexual assault. But in this case, for this woman, she needs more sympathy. And I hate that the internet has kind of like bullied her into a situation where she's made to feel like she's the crazy one. Granted, there are people that support her, but I feel like a lot of people are giving an immature take to this. Not saying because they're stupid or because of anything mean like that. Nah, because everyone has their own different, opinions on it. But I think perspective needs to be had in it for the simple fact that the situation is just weird. Yeah, I guess she couldn't exactly point out what she was trying to say. Not all of us are good at what we're trying to say and what the type of terminologies, the correct terminologies we want to use to explain what's happening to us. But what this situation was very weird. Indecent exposure. And I get it. People are saying that, oh, well, the instructions were told to her to keep the food outside the door and not open the door and walk in and stuff like that. So yeah, that is her fault. And this she said that she should not have recorded him. Whilst a lot of people are sat there thinking to themselves, why did she open the door and trespass in his property? I guess for her and a lot of delivery drivers, from what I've seen, they are very careful at making sure that the person who's ordered the food has received their food, because there's a lot of people who will claim that, oh, they never delivered my order or things like that, and she didn't want to get strikes on her account, stopping her from working. So I can understand why she wanted to like crack open the door to be like, hey, your food's arrived. Like DoorDash drivers or delivery drivers in general are always very careful about that, because there's some evil people out here who take the food and say that they never delivered it, which is only going to negatively impact the delivery driver. A lot of people are speculating that, oh, it's because he may have been drunk or can a man be naked in the comfort of his own home. But the way that I see it, why would you leave the door slightly open, number one? And number two, why would you just be lying in view of the door with your dingaling out? It doesn't really make any sense to me. And it just screams weird behavior. I think this situation is, we have to understand we're all adults, right? And even though we may not mean to do certain things, the fact of the matter is we live in a world where our actions are still going to be perceived a certain type of way. But a lot of people can't grasp that, especially this guy. Whilst he may not have meant to do indecent exposure, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He may have not meant to do that and stuff like that. Food is coming. Why would you leave your door half open, and why would you just be laying there on the couch? Now, this woman still made silly mistakes. She shouldn't have walked in, but I think it's very clear to see that the girl's traumatized. Not every day you go out and expect things like this to happen to you. And of course, like, it's a shock to the system. You've literally just seen someone lie down on the couch with their prick out. I get it. It's very strange. But let's show some sympathy for the simple fact that she's traumatized. She doesn't know that she's traumatized, but she is, because she wasn't expected to see something like this. And who is expected to see something like that? I think a lot of people who are saying that, oh, it's just completely her fault, just being unreasonable, And I get you have the opinion that she's completely at fault because of the things that she shouldn't have done. But I think we can have the ability to look at situations like this and see where both parties were wrong and offer a solution to the problem rather than just shaming and bullying one person. Like, this girl doesn't deserve to be bullied. And we need to be more careful of how we treat people on the internet. Because all fun and games saying that we care about mental health, that we care about people and stuff like that. But just because there's been situations where people have used rape or sexual assault for their advantages in very negative ways, doesn't mean that we should come with that same intensity when someone generally has something serious going on. And even though it may not be sexual assault, we can still recognize that the situation is weird. And this goes with anything in life. Let's not be so quick to antagonize someone, and let's show some sympathy for genuine situations like this, because this is a genuine situation. Like, I get it. We've all seen Amber Heard and we've all seen Victoria Everest and we've seen a bunch of people do that, but not everyone is them. I don't think this girl in her right mind. Some people are saying that, oh, she's doing it for attention and clout and stuff like that. I wouldn't say it's for attention and clout, considering the fact that something actually did happen. Now, do I agree that DoorDash should have banned her from being a worker? I guess you have to see it this way, right? She may think it's unfair, but I don't think it's unfair because at the end of the day, you're a DoorDash employee and you represent DoorDash. And for the simple fact that you recorded someone naked and posted all over social media, that's bad for their brand. So yeah, she did violate that code. And whilst it would seem like it's a bit unfair for her to lose her job, it's perfectly reasonable. So I don't think DoorDash were being weird about her or anything like that. But they definitely should have addressed her more carefully. They definitely should have given her the attention that she needed, because this situation is messed up. You have to admit that it's very messed up, and they should have offered her something as a reconciliation in terms of maybe say, I know some work companies offer like, counseling and things of that nature. They could have done something like that at least rather than just cast it to the side. But overall, I'm glad that she got support on the internet and stuff like that. Some people kind of just saw this in a very immature way, which fair enough. It's their point in life. They're not silly or anything like that. But let's remember that we care about people's mental health on the internet. And if we care about people's mental health on the internet, let's treat situations like this with the same care that we claim to care about, rather than just saying that for performative views and stuff like that. But that's my opinion. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Do you agree with my take, or do you have anything else to say about it? Either way, I'll be very interested to hear what you guys have to say. And with that being said, my people, God bless, take care, and I'll see you guys next video.